John Lynch is going to be our guest. He is patiently waiting for us on the old Skype, so we are going to go to John Lynch. He is going to with us here in just a few seconds. So I don't want my audio-video settings. I don't want any of that nonsense. We are going to go back to the Skype. We have our guest with us today. He joins us live here on our big broadcast. Go ahead and give me a brief introduction on yourself, my friend. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, my name's John Lynch. I'm an Irish singer-songwriter. I work mainly in the folk genre, the Irish folk music. So, came full-time during the COVID, believe it or not, during the COVID pandemic, and released an album in 2021 called City Stars. And this year, releasing a new EP called 1922.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We have got John Lynch with us today. He joins us live here on our big program, and he is amazing. And so, John, tell me a little bit about how you got started doing the music thing.
So, growing up in Ireland, it's hand in hand. You'll always have music. And throughout growing up with the family, there was always a sing-song in the house and other people's houses. And it was something I always done on the side. But when the global pandemic happened, there was no venues anymore. There was nothing to do. So we all went back in and, we had to navigate our way through the digital media. We had to discover new pathways to an audience. And I actually recorded an album remotely then with other musicians and released it, self-published it. And ever since then, I've been playing full-time and awesome. Original music, and it's been fantastic.
It is John Lynch. He's with us today here on our big broadcast here on Build, Grow, and Enjoy, the BGE Radio Network out of Atlanta, GA. You can get more information at buildgrowandenjoy.com. The fantastic John Lynch with us today. He joins us here on our big broadcast. So, John, tell us a little bit about some of your musical heroes and influences.
So, my biggest musical influence would be from the Irish folk musicians, like the Dubliners. But as well as that, like there'd be the famous ones like Bruce Springsteen would be a major influence on my writing. Bob Dylan, all the Americanas. I'm crazy about music. So I wouldn't have a specific preference. It varies depending on the mood that I'm in, But mainly the singer-songwriter thing is what I go for. So the big guys over here like Luke Kelly, Christy Moore, they be guys. And because Ireland is so small, you could reach out to people like, and you could be playing with somebody who's tremendously famous in Ireland. Glenn Hansard would be one off the top of my head. Famous Oscar winner Glenn Hansard. And of course he only lives not far from where I live. But it's been brilliant here in Ireland. And in the UK as well, especially there's been a lot of traction on my music in the UK, especially down the southwest in England, near Cornwall, where there's a lot of folk influences. So it'll be a lot of seafaring ballads. There would be the Celtic traditions between Ireland and that part of the UK, and that's really where my influences come from.
We have got John Lynch with us today. He joins us live here on our big program. He has got a brand new single, and it's called Guardians. And we are going to play that here in just a few moments. So tell me a little bit about Guardians.
So Guardians, like Dublin City, there's probably a population of 1 million people in Dublin. But growing up in the 1970s, 1980s, there was never any high rise in Dublin City. And Dublin City was very an intimate city. So they built a power station right on the docks. So when you come into Dublin Port, there was a power station there, and they had these industrial towers, red and white. And at the time, there was some controversy when they were built, but over the years, they became almost like an land of Dublin. And I spent many years travelling from to the UK and over for work as an electrician, either by boat or by. You'll always see these two towers, and especially as you arrive back to Dublin after being away working, you see these two towers, and they reminded me very much of a bouncers, just watching who's coming and going into the Dublin port. And then I got this idea that there were more like guardians over the city, and all of the people's lives there are under the gaze of the guardians. And there's a famous walk that goes right out to a lighthouse, and it's called Poolbeg Lighthouse. 1.6, and the wall was built in 1756 as a means to get, to prevent more sand coming into the port, so they had to make the port deeper. And there's a lighthouse there called Poolbeg. And again, as you walk on those granite stones, they're just big blocks of granite. If you walk right out there 1.6 kilometres and you look back into Dublin, you're neither in Dublin or out of Dublin. So you're just stepping out of your life for a little bit. So it's a great meditative experience just to go out there and watch life go on and back of the city as you're out and at the sea. And you watch the ships coming in and going. So it's one of my favourite places to actually go and walk to. And you turn your phone off and you walk out there and experience life. And that's really where the song came from, Garden. So I kind of go through the whole history behind it as well.
We have got John Lynch with us today. He joins us live here on our big program. You can join us each and every week here on Build, Grow, and Enjoy, the BGE Radio Network out of Atlanta, GA. You can get more information at buildgrowandenjoy.com. We are going to do this. We're going to put John on a brief hold here on Skype. We are going to play Guardians. It is John Lynch. He is a renowned Irish folk singer, and he is our guest this week here on Build, Grow, and Enjoy. Here's Guardians right now on our big program. It is John Lynch. Guardians. A lot of moving parts here today, so we're going to get John's music up here and enjoy Guardians.
We walk this out wall hand in hand. Those two towers of red and white they stand. They're watching over us, they stand the ground like guardians over Dublin town, Dublin town, Dublin town. In 1970, they raised the towers, the ESB. You see them standing both north and south, across the bay to Sandy Mount, Sandy Mount, Sandy Mount. The mighty ship it rolls by me, sailing far across the sea. These stacks that made electricity now standing guard over you and me, you and me, you and me. From Shelly Banks I see the old oil tanks. They're empty now, filled with hollow sound. Footsteps of ghosts who lived before me. They walk the South Wall, legacy, legacy, legacy. and the pool big lights, and they guided the souls of the men who brought the fuel, turf and coal, to power the engines that light the night. They're quiet now, they're sleeping giants, sleeping giants, sleeping giants. And all I can see from my place in this world is the child in me sees the hope that I should cling to. These towers were built in the place I was born in. And armas and eyes lived their life under the gaze of guardian, 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 guardian. The mighty ship, it rolls by me, sailing far across the sea. These stacks that made electricity, now standing guard over you and me, you and me. And all I can see from my place in this world is the child in me sees the hope that I should cling to. These towers were built in the place I was born in. And armas and eyes live their life under the gaze of guardian, 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 guardian. We walked this wall hand in hand. Those two towers, red and white, they stand.
That is Guardians. It is John Lynch. He joins us this week here on Build, Grow, and Enjoy, the BGE radio network out of Atlanta, GA. It's buildgrowandenjoy.com. John Lynch. He's an Irish performer. He's a folk singer. And we are going to go back to John Lynch. He is going to join us back here on our big program. That, of course, was Guardians. He has a brand new EP. Let's talk about the EP, John.
Yeah. So the EP is called 1922. And the reason it's called 1922 is because that was the formation of the Irish state. So Ireland as an Ireland Republic started in 1922 as an independent state. So I basically charter the last 100 years of how Ireland has started the country and how it's progressed throughout the century. And I'm not one for political rhetoric, but you know, sometimes it's quite difficult in Ireland for instance, to get housing, and there's a lot of homelessness. So, I kind of addressed that throughout the whole EP and the songs.
We have got John Lynch with us today. He joins us here on our big broadcast. You just heard Guardians. It is off his brand new collection of music. So, John, what do you have coming up this next year?
So, in the summer, we're doing a tour, and the tour is going to bring us to down south, west, north, and back to east in Ireland. And it's called Roots to Roots, and it'll be chartering the historical journey through Ireland and using the folk tradition of storytelling. So a lot of the songs that we would have in our collection, apart from the originals, would be old songs that were never written down, but handed down from generation to generation. So every area in Ireland has a particular favourite story or a song associated with a particular area. And what I'm going to do is we're going to travel down to southwest, which would be Kerry, and then we're going to travel up west coast. And along the journey then we'll do some seminars and lots of stories of a historical nature, So I'm looking forward to that. And on the second part of this year, I'm going to release a second EP in December. So what we could have done is we could have had a whole album released with 12 tracks, but instead of doing one album release, we're going to do 2 EP releases either side of the summer tour. So really looking forward to sharing that with everybody.
It is John Lynch. He's with us today here on our big broadcast. He's with us this week here on Build, Grow, and Enjoy. So, we are going to play another track. This comes from your 2021 album, City Stars. It is called The Wind at Your Back. Tell me about this track, my friend.
So that song was actually voted the track of the day in one of the premier in Ireland Hot Press magazine. And where that comes from is, you can worry about small little things and then you think they're going to be. So with the wind at your back and just carry on with your plans. That's the story.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to do this. We're going to put John on another brief hold here on Skype, and we are going to play The Wind at Your Back. This, of course, is from a 2021 album, City Stars, and it's John Lynch, and it's here. Build, grow, and enjoy.
There are times I can see and they weren't right for me. I was pushing my life around. There's a pain in my heart from beating too hard. My body screamed at my mind. Now listen to me, and the best in life is free. With the wind at your back and the sun light up your face. When there's something so small and the sky didn't fall, don't blow it up to the stars. There'll be somebody new bring trouble to you. Don't let it break you down. Now listen to me, and the best in life is free. Put the wind at your back and the sun light up your face. take your time and savor your wine. Best is yet to come. Now the world isn't nice, but you've got a choice. It doesn't need to be bad. Nobody's perfect and people screw up. Live and be ready for change. Now listen to me. The best in life is free. Put the wind at your back and the sun light up your face.
That is John Lynch. Well, wind at your back. He joins us this week here on Build, Grow, and Enjoy. We're pumped up. We got John Lynch with us. Let's go back to John Lynch. We're going to wrap things up here with the fantastic, talented John Lynch. And he joins us this week here on BGE. So, John, before we let you go, how do we get in touch with you on social media and the websites and support your music?
Brilliant. Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram. It's john.lynchofficial. And I'm on Facebook as Lynch Music. And I have a website. It's johnlynchmusic.com. And Spotify, Apple Music, all the usuals, John Lynch. If you just type in John Lynch City Stars, you're going to get me on Spotify. I really appreciate your support.
Definitely, definitely. You have got some great music. I really appreciate you making time for us today. Thanks for coming on and chatting with us. And good luck with everything, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, John.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, my friend. There he goes. That's John Lynch here. Joining us via the magic of Skype, he, of course, is on the road and on tour. Go see him. Go catch him live. That wraps it up this week for this edition of Build, Grow, and Enjoy.